got a new bike for Christmas. My name is Amanda Steele. Charlie is my oldest son, and then my twins are Annabelle and Oliver. Last school year, Charlie was in 6th grade and the twins were in 1st. They were all 3 at the same school at Bonnie Cole. And I was working at Bonnie Cole. I was a full-time sub, so we were all 4 there all the time.
There are few things the pandemic has changed more than parenting.
By the time Mardi Gras break came around, we were exhausted.
I know there's a T, but it said that's wrong. And
we made a choice to keep the kids home.
Oh, God.
There you go.
Life changed for just about every single family, each one differently. Amanda Steele made the tough choice to stay home.
It was a tough decision to go back to being a one-income family.
While it forced Saleya Taylor to make tough decisions about how to parent her 2 young daughters.
It's like my constant battle.
And how to educate hundreds of other pupils as an elementary school administrator.
I run my school and our carpool and like bus dismissals. So I leave in the middle of our dismissal. I kind of tag team with my boss.
There's no before school care because of COVID.
I play this same game in the morning and afternoon of like this 15-minute time frame to get back and forth between the 2 schools. Hello.
And you're seeing what after school care looks like.
Oh my goodness.
Have a great weekend.
Look at that. Climb up back and buckle up for me.
Mom.
Lily, buckle up. Buckle. My kids' school did offer aftercare, but we actually had COVID and missed the deadline to sign up because we were obviously sick, and it filled up.
I see you.
It makes me exhausted. Like some days it's just that 30-minute time frame is exhausting.
We listened to books on tape in the car while we were driving to our activities before COVID. Now I can sit down and read books with them. The benefits of staying home is that it is more relaxed. We get to do more things as a family. They are spending so much time together that they're getting very close.
Willow as my first ever American Girl doll.
I don't think they'll ever lose the bond that they're getting right now.
For many, things have at least gotten better since last March 13th, when students went home on a Friday and never came back.
Schools across the country are closed today. Stay at home.
Classrooms will be empty.
The numbers are going to get worse this week.
They were only virtual full-time last spring. They've been back in school since August. It was really tough. They're 9 and 4, so trying to get on conference calls. The little one keeping her from getting into her sister's making sure they're on track with schoolwork. And running a school remotely was a dance that literally I couldn't imagine, thankfully, doing again.
How do you feel you did as a teacher during that time?
I embraced it. I totally embraced it.
She was a really good teacher.
We did like the whole transform into a little classroom thing. And honestly, like I had to be super organized. So I think it worked well.
I miss going to school and seeing my friends, but I also like doing school at home so I can show my mom everything and I can still have fun stuff. And we even made our own schedule.
Students were welcomed back to the classroom today in St. Tammany Parish.
We talked to them a little bit. We kind of explained what was going on.
Louisiana will have the option to resume class in person.
This is such a level of uncertainty for everybody in our community.
About a quarter of students are going to go back to school.
If he went to school, he would not be able to see my parents. You know, it was his choice. Do you want to go to school and be with your friends, or do you want to stay home and be able to see your grandparents whenever you want? The good is that I'm spending more time with them and I'm getting to know them again.
She's adorable.
You miss out on so much during the day. And this is time that you don't get back. They're only little once. While I want them to be around other people, sometimes it's nice to selfishly have them at home and be with them.
If you press the button and it lights up.
I can't even imagine what it's going to be like to look back on it. I don't think that it'll ever be the same. I think our whole world will be changed forever. And I don't know that that's necessarily a bad thing.
For some, returning to in-person learning was a relief. Fear grabbed hold of others. For Taylor, even though she had COVID in July, she faced that fear on 2 fronts. for her family and for her staff.
I was happy, and I told my mom the first thing I wasn't gonna do was hug somebody, which is usually the first thing I do.
It was like so difficult because on the one hand, I really felt like it's the best decision to have the kids in school, but oh my gosh, the idea of getting sick was nearly paralyzing.
We have to wear masks.
I mean, even for my kids, like my little one's 4, and just thinking she's not gonna keep a mask on correctly all day. Like, this is not safe for her. Through a day, I would say we give out about 150 masks at school. Like the constant reminders, cover your nose, cover your mouth. Your mask is too big, let me switch it and give you a correct sized one. Or one of the kids, she was feeling bad today, and we had her take off her mask, and I was like, oh my gosh, you're missing all 4 front teeth. I hadn't seen it. We have been really, really lucky, I guess, at our school. We hadn't had any sick kids. Like, we had one child who tested positive since all this happened.
The COVID vaccine is headed to the classroom.
It was exciting to receive the news.
And hundreds of teachers will be receiving their first doses.
Finally, our time has come.
Recently, support staff got vaccinated at Children's Hospital.
I think for sure the vaccine is giving a lot of comfort for us. Honestly, like the relief in their faces when they were able to get that vaccine, they were so happy because they felt like one step closer.